Last time on Let's Play DMO with me paying the piper, we ran around like Guilmon with our heads chopped off, did a lot of quests, did stuff for Karada, went and got an antidote for Karada, and I basically used up all the luck I had for the year in finding 3 Guilmon eggs. The eggs are currently safe and sound in the bank and won't be hatched for a while because it takes 10 devil data per, and I just don't have that yet. Nor is it easy to get devil data at this point in the game. You gotta wait until you're a few levels in. The attentive observer will notice that Extinct has jumped up to level 20. I did some off-screen grinding, got a hold of a Guilmon egg or 3, just didn't get enough data to hatch them. Or, well, correction, I tried to hatch 1, it broke on attempt 2, so. Currently I got 1 in the hatcher incubator thingy, but anyway, moving forward. In order to get the Guilmon eggs, open up map, thank you. I went ahead and hopped over to Wilderness area and Wind Valley. I'll be getting into those areas when we get there, so map's a little bit more expanded. Of note, I have not talked about this yet, and therefore I am remiss in talking about it. You see people running around, quick note, I hit Y on my keyboard to open up this achievement screen. You see people running around with titles over their heads. You get titles by doing general achievements that are unlocked, quest, adventure, what have you. You get a score for how many you've done. It doesn't really hinder of mate. They've got some interesting things in here. Occasionally you get little icons. Let's take a look under Digimon. That's not much of a spoiler. So, for a Partnermon, excuse me, when Orange hits level 41 and is able to hit Mega, you will get a little silver flag saying, "You've exceeded the limit!" Woohoo! Not really. Burst mode, anyway. You meet the requirements, you get little icon-y thingies, and da-dum-bum. There you go. They don't do much for you other than hanging over your head saying, "Hi, I got a title!" Now, without further ado, blue icons, remember, are your daily quests. You can do those once a day, but for the sake of time, let's move forward with Mudfridgemon's quest, if the game will let me. Click. And this time, I do have a recorder. I do not believe we've done securing supplies, so let's take a look at that. It is a daily. Basically, you tromp around Western Village, beat the crap out of Mons, and they will drop stolen supplies. But, storyline quest, looking for Keenan. 15 years ago? How can I remember a human that came through 15 years ago? You all look exactly alike! Oh, go ask these guys. So, let's go ask these guys. Now remember, if you've got any quest that's green, that means it's completed. Which means you can go and turn it in. But since everybody is over here, it is a lot easier to just chat with them here. I think we're close to a special event. Well, I call it a special event because it helps you out a lot. Quest that we will be unlocking shortly. I think. Aha! Yes. To complete out looking for Keenan Crier, you talk Keenan Crier. Keenan Crier, you talk to Pawn Chessmon White. Yes, do you have information? No. But oh no, our friend Pawn Chessmon Black has gone missing. Huh. He had to run away from a human that was controlling Digimon. Scenes from Season 2, anyone? And he's going to, quote-unquote, teleport over to the area Starmon of Passion has, quote-unquote, teleported to. This icon here, for those of you keeping track of DAT's Digidevice quests, was given out in Wilderness area. So we won't be touching that for a while. It'll just sit there. Yes, like a good little quest, it will sit there and wait. So, let's go ahead and get... Let's see here. Bugsy's at 14, so yes, let's pull out Bugsy and have him play with a Togomon. Apparently, at the time of this recording, there was supposed to be a few 300% EXP boost events that were, like, lasted only an hour. I did not see any of them happen. Joymax is having issues. And again, this is Joymax. Them having issues is kind of like saying water is wet. Anyway. So, speaking of issues and water is wet, those of you probably have noticed now, well, at least those of you probably, aha, see? Beat up people and you get daily supplies. The server, at least Leviamon, I have not been on Lucimon, so I don't know. I'm actually waiting for Falcomon before I hop over to someplace like Lucimon. Moving on, we've been inundated with gold bot spammers! Since the server has been inundated by gold bot spammers, now is probably as good a time as any to mention the usual ground rules. Do not, under any circumstances, give out your password and screen name, or login information, to anyone. I don't care if they say they're the GM and they're gonna ban you if you don't. If they're the GM, they don't need your password or username. They are the almighty GM. They're got your information on tap, essentially. So, if someone says, oh, give us your information, don't do it. I would bet you $2 to donuts that this guy Duke 1984 is currently whining on the excuse Joymax has for a forums, going, my account got hacked. Oh, Lord Lubaduck. So, boys and girls, do not, under any circumstances, give out your username or password. Your in-game name works fine. In fact, I keep giving out my in-game name. Don't give out your username that you use to log into the system. If you do, change your password immediately. Just don't let the gold spammers take your account. And honestly, I don't get why people would want to buy gold, and I use finger quotes around gold, because bits are freaking easy to get a hold of. Seriously, 10 megabits is like 3 daily quests if you know what you're doing. 4 if you don't. And when you get up into the higher levels, late arrival of the antidote, yeah. See, you get 2M for doing this quest. It is easy as friggin' pie to get bits in this game. You don't need to go around to gold spammers and get your account taken over. Don't bother. There's better stuff in the cash shop for you to buy. And this is turning into a rant on why I hate gold spammers, but I'm trying desperately not to. Oh, goody. Kurata just gave us the black skin thingy-ma-bobber. So, what I'm gonna do is, because black skin comes from Guilmon! Wow, Orange, what did I have you run into that left you so low? Instant HP recovery! Score! Yeah, their names are bluish-whitish, which means it's not necessarily recommended for somebody of Orange's level to be wailing away on these guys, but I don't want Bugsy to be... What the heck am I doing? That's what I'm doing, checking skills. To be at a disadvantage and be eaten by Digmon. And it beats having Kiwimon do it, because now he's 20. Yeah. Speaking of, I'm hoping to get our good friend Extinct up to level 25, because he is weak enough, he needs the evolution trick to keep himself from dying in standard battles. I am sincerely hoping to swap him out for someone who does not die so easily at the soonest opportunity possible. Soonest opportunity possible in this case may be after I hatch Impmon or Peelmon or whoever I can get my mitts on first. No guarantees on who that's going to be, because I don't have a clue. Oh, and we have the skill level pop-up. Also makes it a good time to talk about this. I frankly admit to the fact I don't have a clue what raises the skill level. Is it using the skills multiple times? I don't think so, because I've been in parties before, and I'll be heading back with my character to go grab items. I won't be in a battle at all, and all of a sudden I'll get an alert. Oh, your skill leveled up. Oh, correction, your skill leveled up. There we go. Not a skill leveled up, you have to do that manually. And I haven't touched a single battle on my way over to buy supplies. And it's like, oh yeah, it leveled up, congratulations. And I'm like, how? So, this player frankly admits I don't have a clue how that works. It just does. So I smile and nod and go with it. Graphical slowdown! Thumbs up. Okay. Yeah, so how do they determine when the skill level is going to go up? I don't know. I really don't. But there is something else. I'm not sure I mentioned it before, so I'm going to mention it again in the event I haven't. And if I have, I apologize. Skill points. You have a limited number of these. How many you're limited to per evolutionary stage, I do not know. I only know that they are in a limited quantity. Kind of annoyed me when my champion Guilmon, let's use appropriate names here, went blue in his champion form over on Mizuchi. Maxed out the skill level. I'm like, but I still want to upgrade my F2. And I can't. That's annoying. Speaking of annoying, Kurata's quest is done. I really hate how you can't just basically give your middle finger to Kurata, because if any character deserved having a middle finger pointed at them, middle finger pointed at them, it is Kurata, because he is a smug son of a. Oh, I wish I could go into that temple, if only to say hi, Duftmon. For those of you who watched Season 5, did anyone else find the Royal Knights a little, I don't know, stupid? Okay, I'm not sure how much I should go into Season 5, or if I should at all. So, alright, Kurata's a son of a beep. The Royal Knights in Season 5 are kind of stupid. More specifically, their boss, who I can't get into without getting into spoilers. Me and my lovely no spoiler policy. If there are enough people who say, Season 5, not gonna watch it, or I've already watched it, go ahead, give us a spoiler, I'll go ahead and give my full and unabridged rant on Season 5 and why Kurata is worse than Myotismon. I know that sounds sacrilege to the very much Season 1 or else people, but trust me on this one. Kurata manages to beat Myotismon for sheer OMG, I want him dead points. Okay, so Starmon of Passion just has a daily quest. Let's take a look at our map to make sure this area is completely covered. Yes, it is. We have only 2 quests left. Before I move on and wrap up this episode, because we're coming in on 15 minutes, and I know people might not have a lot of time to watch it all in one chunk. Monodramon. Dragoon! Okay, someone asked me to start commenting on the names that pop up across the top. To that person, I shall endeavor to do so. But, I was about to say, on quests. For the sake of your own sanity and to reduce the total amount of grind time you're going to spend on this game, I recommend, if you are over that area's level, you quit doing quests. I don't care if they're storyline quests. If they're main quests, it doesn't matter. They don't force you to do them, even though they say you have to do the storyline quests to keep it moving. No, you technically don't. At least not that I found. If you get your tamer level high enough to pick up the next story quest in the sequence past the one you're skipping, then you're grand. You're fine. You're good. You're more powerful than a Kawagamon at level 3. Anyway, yeah. So to save yourself some sanity, if your partners are leveled completely in that area, if there is no longer a challenge to remaining in that area, Git. Go. Move on to the next area. Save those quests for the next guy you hatch because he is going to need them to catch up in a timely and well-organized manner. And on that abbreviated rant of here's what I do and I hope you do the same, I am gonna call it. This is Paying the Piper, and this has been... I don't know what episode. I'll have to put that in editing, what episode this is, of Let's Play Project D3. Thank you, good night, good day, and I'm gonna stop recording now before I make an idiot of myself.